What's going on, guys? Blue as White guys here again. I'm Horizon.
And I'm Apocalypse.
And today, as you can see, we have a what kind of deck?
Totally awesome Heroes deck.
Well, let's go ahead and get started with this deck profile.
First for the monsters, we play Triple Shadow Mist. This is one of your main monsters. When it's special summon, you can get your mass change, and when it's sent to the grave, you can search for Bowman, which is your main card of the deck. Next, we're going to play the Triple Bowman. This card is what makes the deck good. If it wasn't for him, this deck would be absolute garbage. He's good because when he's the last card in your hand, you can special summon him, and it's just what makes the deck good. Next, play the Triple Tin Goldfish. You need this card now because it's a water type, and when it's normal summon, you can special summon a level 4 monster from your hand. And so, if you special summon Shadow Mist, you can get Shadow Mist effect, or you can special summon Bowman, get your Bahama Shark, and then use Bahama Shark effect to get your Tree Toad, which is the whole point of this deck. Next, play 2 Summer Monk, because you're still playing Darklaw, and he can help get Shadow Mist on the field. And or if you need 10 Goldfish, you can get that as well if you need to get a Bahama Shark. And then for the last monster, we're playing the 1 Goblin Bird because, you still play the Rhoda, or at least I do, and so you can still search him. And if you ever need like a Darklaw field and you have like a Shadow Mist in hand, you can just search him, normal summon him, his effect, special summon Shadow Mist, and get the mass change, and then you're golden from there. So yeah, that's it for the monsters. I play, I believe, 11 monsters. Now onto the spells. Play Triple Mass Change because it gets you Darklaw. I mean, what else can I say? Triple A Hero Lives. This card is like the best spell, one of the best spells, because you can never kill yourself with it. It only does half the life point damage, and you really want to see it first turn because it's an instant Darklaw. Next, play the Triple E-Call and the 1 Rhoda, because you want to search for your monsters. I mean, that's what makes this deck good, just the consistency with it. You can just get a Bowman just about every game, and so yeah, you just need your search cards. Next, play the Triple Instant Fusion because you want to see Norden. You want to see Norden first turn because more or less Norden in this deck's instant Bahama Shark, which is then Tree Toad, and so that's what you really want. Next, play the Triple Pot of Desires and then the 1 Upstart Golem. The reason why I play the Pot of Desires is because this deck, as you have seen, plays a lot of 3-of cards, and it doesn't really hurt the deck at all. It just makes it 10 times better. If you're not running Pot of Desires in this deck, it's going to be tough for you. I mean, like, it's still playable, but this card just instantly gets me way better plays. And then I just have the Upstart Goblin because why not? I mean, it makes it a 39 card deck. Next, play 2 Twin Twisters. I don't have 3, but I would only put the 3rd one in a side deck. But 2's good enough. I've never really needed the 3rd one. And it's just to, like, if you happen to give a second, just to try to pop their back row, like their strikes or whatever. So it's pretty good. Next, play the 1 Regeki because, it's Regeki. It just destroys all the monsters. And then last spell, the 1 Soul Charge because, I mean, you can't really go wrong with it, You can special summon, maybe a Tree Toad or whatever if you need it back on the field or whatever. But, yeah, that's it for the spells.
Take a look at this Regeki real quick.
Oh, yeah, the ulti Regeki. Sexy. Yeah, I play like 21 spells, so I run a heavier spell lineup, I believe. And last for the main deck, the traps, I play Triple Solemn Strike and the 1 Solemn Warning. So the Solemn Brigade, Solemn Strike is like the best trap for this deck. And because I run the pots, I do run 3 strikes. So I can see it in my hand, because if I can get my field with like Darklaw, Bahama Shark, Tree Toad with that card set, I'm more or less just won the game, honestly. Next traps, since we still have Rafflesia, I still have my Rafflesia targets, and that's Floodgate, Trap Hole, and Bottomless. I don't feel the need to run any more than 2, and Floodgate, I really love Floodgate, and because it makes him go face down. And I don't run the Quaking Mirror Force because I don't have the room, nor do I have the card. And then Bottomless Trap Hole because, you know, it's like the best trap hole card. And then for the last trap, I play the one Vanity's Emptiness because it's like the best. It's like just shuts down your opponent. One of the best trap cards in the game. There's a reason why it's a one of. And so yeah, that's it for the traps. There's only 7, but like that's all you need with this deck now. It doesn't really matter. Now on to my extra deck. For the fusions, I still play 2 Dark Law because it's so good. Like this card paired with Tree Toad and Bahama Shark is it's just awesome, dude. Next, I do play the one Anki because why not? I mean, I have the room for it, and you know, if I need to attack my opponent directly, he can do it, and you know, he can just push for game if I need him to. Next, I play the one Acid because I mean, I'm still running triple Bubble Man, and I still have the 3 Master Change, so if I need him, I can get him, you know. And for last fusion, and the best fusion of the deck probably is the one Norton because he's what gets you like Tree Toad like instantly, more or less. And so you have to have him in this deck or it couldn't work. And so that's it for the fusions. Now on to the XZs. I do play the Utopia engine, lightning engine, because you have to have it in this deck. You don't really have a lot of strong monsters, and so having this card really helps. Not much else to say about it. I do play one Gaga Samurai because it can just attack twice. One Castell, I mean, because Castell's awesome. One Abyss Dweller because at my locals there's a couple PK Fire decks, so I still use it. And one Rafflesia because Rafflesia's the tits. I mean, it's just like an instant trap card on the field. You can only stop your plays. And so this is the main XZ's engine. And then for the best part of the whole deck, the water XZ's engine, the 2 Bahama Sharks and the 2 Totally Awesome. Now, this is what makes the deck what it is. It's beautiful. You know, Bahama Sharks, you have to... I play 2 of them. I feel if you play 1, you're an idiot because if you just play 1 Bahama Shark, you have no way of getting 2 Totally Awesomes first turn on the field. And so with 2 you can get 2 of these first turn. And so that's the only reason why I play 2, but this card's where it's at. It can like negate anything, and when it negates it just takes the card. And then when it's destroyed, it just recycles back into the extra deck. So I mean it's totally awesome, literally. So yeah, that's it for the extra deck.
Surprisingly, you know, I mean, you would think it'd be kind of hard to get out 2 boss monsters first turn, but with this deck, it's not.
Yeah, it's so consistent. Like you wouldn't believe on how good it is. Like
I mean, with like the Paw Desires, it's literally like just one of the best.
yeah, if you don't run the Paw Desires, it's just so hard to play this deck. It's crazy. Like I know a couple people that's not running the Pot of Desires, and I feel like it's really hurting them. I mean, I know it's an expensive card, so I mean, not everyone can have it, but if you can get it, I would highly recommend it. But if you don't play it, you can run like the Quaking Mirror Forces or.
Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this deck profile. One thing about this deck is that it's not really budget friendly, but it's extremely good, and test it out and you'll really enjoy it.
Yeah, and if you do play this game, be prepared to your opponent's going to scoop like 75% of the time, so just be aware of that because it's just so good.
Alright guys, well hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you click like, and if you haven't already, click subscribe to stay up to date with all of our content. Make sure you check the description down below to check out my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile. So yeah, like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you haven't already, click subscribe. And remember, believe in the heart of the cards.